You paid him? You paid him to abandon her like that?
I didn't say it exactly like that. I said that this was the happiest time of her life, and why not just let her get well gradually? Why dump all the recent unpleasantness on us until she got stronger?
If all of us had been able to help her, instead of being shut out.
Heaven knows I didn't want to shut you out. I was absolutely certain that when she became completely well, in a year or so, that she would be reunited with you.
In a year? In a year? What about Cliff?
Well, Cliff? I wanted to have a life without Cliff. If it hadn't been that she was involved with Cliff, she wouldn't have been in Oak Haven, so I
see,
thought that...
So you just thought you could manipulate us all again. You decided that you would play God with all of our lives.
If there was some way I could turn everything around, if I could only take Nina's place now, then...
You can't. You can't. And if she dies, you live with that hell you created for yourself.
Daisy, I really can't.
Come in.
I wanted to let you know, Nina's been taken to the operating room.
Now she's in God's hands.
And Cliff, he's doing the surgery.
Okay. We ready?
All set.
Knife, let's go.
And let me have a clamp, please.
You all right?
I'm fine, don't worry about me.
Perhaps you might like to drop down to the cafeteria for some coffee?
We'll let you know wherever we go.
Fine.
Daisy, I truly am sorry. I deserve the worst punishment.
I told you. If you ever tried to wreck Nina's marriage again, I'd leave you.
Well, that was the sword that was hanging over my head when I confessed to you what I had done. But I braved it because I wanted you to know how honestly sick I am about what I've done.
How will I ever trust you again?
Well, I could have kept from you the arrangements that I made with Dr. Wall. You need never have known that.
I like you. Would you like a medal just because you confessed your crime?
No, Daisy, just mercy.
You have never shown any to Cliff.
Well, I honestly can't explain why I've hated Cliff all these years.
Because it's insane. Your hatred of him is completely irrational.
I'm aware of that now. Daisy, please. Forgive me.
All I care about now is Nina. I'm going to her.
Yes, I'll come with you.
I don't want to talk to you anymore, okay? I just want to be sure that she's going to be all right, and when that's over, then I'll think about what you told me. I don't know what to feel.
Come in.
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Hunter.
No, that's all right. Come right in.
This letter just came for you.
Tell me, I don't expect any special services. I mean, I can pick up all my mail at the house.
I'll be honest. I wanted to ask you if I could have the stamp on the envelope. My nephew has just started collecting, and he'd be so thrilled to get this stamp from Tibet.
Tibet?
Yes, it was so unusual that I couldn't help noticing it.
Oh. Now, here. Hold on.
Oh, Mr. Hunter.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Jeremy, we have need of you in Mantico. We await your arrival as soon as possible. Cantu.
Pediatric conference in room 301, starting at 5 p.m. Pediatric conference at 5 p.m.
I have good news. Nina's surgery went well.
Thank heaven.
Her condition was a lot more serious than we anticipated, but Cliff did some fine work and pulled it through.
When can we see her?
Not quite yet, Palmer. Cliff has priority.
What do you mean?
He is waiting right now by her bedside for her to open her eyes. He's hoping that the circumstances will bring about a breakthrough in her memory.
Wouldn't that be wonderful if she could open her eyes and remember that he's the man she loves?
Dr. Warner, I think she's coming too.
Nina? Nina?
Few twinges when I see you looking at her.
Really? Really? Well, it seems to me I've had a little trouble getting your attention lately.
How can you say that, Alex? I've been concerned about your health night and day.
I don't want a worried wife. I want one who's interested in going to bed with me. Last night.
I was rather tired myself.
What do you look in the pink now? Absolutely ravishing, as a matter of fact. Why don't we go upstairs?
Now? Alex, I can't. I have one foot out the door. I'm going shopping. I promised Erica that I would take a look at some of the
What
items.
about your promise to me?
What promise?
To love, honor, and so forth, which includes making love to your husband.
Darling,
I won't be put off. I want you now. But if you'd rather run errands and go...
No. It's just that you haven't been this impetuous in quite some time. I didn't know if you were serious.
I'll show you how serious I am.
Jeremy, what's wrong? Is everything all right?
This arrived today.
Oh, no. Well, what are you going to do?
Must return to Tibet immediately.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Erica, it's the only way. Please understand.
I do. It's just that it's very hard for me to let you go. But I guess if Cantu needs you, then of course you have to go.
Erica, it's just not Cantu.
No, I know. I know exactly what you're trying to say to me. Your whole life is there in Tibet, isn't it? All right, I can accept that.
Erica, no. Listen to me. I'm not going back to stay. I'm going to ask to be released from my vow.
And on the way over, you know about the other time when Cliff saved Nina's life? Remember? And that's... when she was convalescing, that's when they got so close.
Yes, I remember. It would be nice if she could open her eyes and recognize him and have all those memories flooding back.
Dr. Warner, I think she's coming too.
Nina? Nina? Nina, can you hear me? Nina?
Sure.
Oh, Jeremy. Oh, I'm so happy. Why do you have to go all the way to Tibet? Why can't you just call Cantu? Or write him a letter?
That's not the way I want to handle it.
Why not? I mean, Cantu will understand.
Erica, I owe Cantu and the brothers my life. I can't explain my feelings and ask to be released from my vow in a letter.
What if Cantu refuses? He can do that, can't he? He could just try to get you to change your mind, couldn't he?
Erica, Cantu is a very wise, very compassionate man. I think he already senses my struggle.
Why, have you already written to him?
No, not recently, but trust me, I think he knows. There's a compassion between the two of us that transcends time and space. Sit down with me for a second. Erica, I told you very little about my life as a mercenary, and with good reason. I've done some terrible things, hideous things, and I had no remorse.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You are just the gentlest man I have ever known.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm not the man I used to be. When I found Cantu, I was a lost, tormented soul, and he forced me to face up to what I'd become. And then he gave me the courage to go on from there. I was filled with self-loathing, and through him, I found a serenity I never thought was possible. It's my wanting to be like him that saved me.
Well, I understand that.
Good. And you must understand that I have to go and see him.
I do. I do. It's just... Well, I'm afraid.
Don't be. I love you. And friendship is not enough for either of us. I don't think Cantu is going to stand between us.
I love you so much.
I'll be back as soon as I can. But now I have to go and pack. I have a flight out of New York tonight.
Dr. Clater, Dr. Stanley Clater, please report to delivery room. Please report to delivery room. Stat.
Come on, sit down. You'll wear out the floor.
We should have heard something more by now.
We will. They told us when she came out of surgery. Now they'll tell us when she regains consciousness.
Myra, been any news? Want this?
I told you I didn't want any coffee.
Could have changed your mind.
Well, I didn't. I'm gonna check with the nurses.
Do you want this one?
I don't suppose you're going to tell me what's between you two.
Well, Myra, I've never been one to admit my mistakes. But this time, really, I've made the biggest mistake in my life. You know, I convinced Dr. Wall to go back to Austria so I could keep Nina in this sort of limbo state.
Are you telling me you deliberately kept Nina from getting better?
I wanted to get better. I simply didn't want her to remember Cliff Warner.
You.
She was so happy before she met Cliff Warner.
For heaven's sake, Palmer, she was a child then. She's a grown woman now. Nina has always loved you. Why couldn't you see that she could love Cliff as well? Why'd you have to be jealous of him right from the day they met? Palmer, just see what it's cost you.
I know I was wrong. That's why I admitted everything to Daisy. I just couldn't live with myself any longer.
Well, at least you did finally come to your senses.
So certain that Nina, in time, would know Daisy. I was selfish, just selfish. It's my own selfishness. I've lost everything that I loved most. Ruined my daughter's life. And I've lost Daisy's love.